Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Mystic Magic. In today's reading, we are going to be finding out what is coming towards you next. So I have 3 groups for you to choose from today. Over here on pile number 1, we have this black Tourmaline. On pile number 2, we have a Citrine pyramid. And on pile number 3, we have this Lepidolite. So feel free to pause the video if you need some more time figuring out which pile you're the most drawn towards. And then once you've chosen, you can scroll down to the description box or the pinned comment and skip ahead to your reading. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so take the messages that resonate and leave the rest behind. Don't try to force all the messages to fit for you and your life. There could simply just be messages here that are meant for other people watching that just aren't meant for you. With all that being said, let's go ahead and get straight into the readings. Hey there, pile 1. If you chose the black Tourmaline, this is your reading. Today we're going to be finding out what is coming towards you next. So let's go straight on and start shuffling some cards. When I was tuning into your energy, I was being taken to the water element. So there could be something here about an emotional cleansing, emotional release, healing, or possibly even travel for some of you. Or maybe you're relocating to some place that is closer to a body of water. Let's see. Spirit, what is coming towards my pile number 1s next? What is coming towards my pile number 1s next, please? Okay, that makes sense. All right, so we have Healing Chaos coming out first. And we have Flow on the back of the deck. That makes a lot of sense because while I was shuffling, I was thinking about how it was taking quite a bit of time for any of the cards to come out. And I was feeling like there's some kind of blockage. So maybe you've been feeling really stuck lately. Feeling like things aren't moving, feeling maybe even confused about like what to do next. And then we had this Healing Chaos card coming out. So the energy is going to be picking up. You're going to be noticing that a lot of stuff is going to start shifting. So especially if you've been feeling stuck, things are going to be moving. A lot is going to be happening and there's going to be a really big transformation coming in. We also have Happiness coming out, and let's get one more card from this deck. Oh, okay. And we have Relaxation. Beautiful. Okay. On the back of this deck, yeah, we have Standstill. That's exactly it. So this chapter, this period that you've been in, where you've been feeling stuck or stagnant, now this could be maybe a theme that you're seeing overall in your life where you just feel like everything has been kind of stuck, or maybe this just has to do with one area of your life, like if you feel like your career has been stuck or a certain relationship or a personal goal. There's healing that's going to be taking place. So I'm kind of hearing expect the unexpected here with this Healing Chaos card. You may notice a very quick kind of switch of energy where it's like from one day to the next, one moment to the next. things have moved from being stagnant to maybe being really chaotic, and a lot of changes are starting to happen. If things are feeling like everything's going wrong, something's falling apart, Spirit's saying don't panic. This is happening to shift the energy for you, to bring you to a greater sense of happiness, because I get this feeling that like where you're at now, or in a certain area of your life, you're not fully feeling fulfilled. You're not fully feeling happy with how that's going. So the universe is coming in to switch up that energy for you, okay? And what I love about this is that we're ending with this relaxation card. So I feel like for you guys, whatever this healing chaos is, it's like it's gonna come in quick. I'm hearing Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus. Like I came in like a wrecking ball. So I feel like it's going to come in, it's going to happen fast, and then it's going to be over. Kind of like how we see this tornado on this card. It's like I came, I saw, I conquered, I left. But what you're going to be left with is a much greater sense of peace and happiness and relaxation. Almost this feeling of like, even though that kind of sucked at first, or kind of, you know, I didn't really like it, there's a sense of gratitude for it happening after the fact of like, you know what, it wasn't as bad as I thought, or you know what, I'm actually really happy like now that that's over and what that resulted in. And it's going to bring you a greater sense of peace. So like, for example, some of you, I could see like, maybe you've not been happy about like where you're living, and then you find out that like something is happening with your living situation. Like maybe all of your roommates are moving out and you wouldn't be able to afford the place that you're living at just by yourself. So now you have to look for somewhere else to live. So it may feel a bit chaotic because you're like looking for new places, but then you end up finding like the perfect place in the best location, and it's like exactly what you've been wanting, exactly what you've been needing. And it's something that brings you a lot of joy. It brings you a much greater sense of peace and like peace of mind. So this is just one kind of example that's coming through. You'll have to apply it to your own situation. Okay, so the first card we had coming out from this other deck is a Merry Motive. And then we have Shining Through. Beautiful. Yeah, so another thing that's coming next is you're becoming really clear on your intentions, like why you're doing certain things. What is the motive behind doing what you're doing? You're really starting to speak your truth and like speak out your desires, speak out your intentions, like being really clear and honest with yourself about what makes you happy, what would bring you a greater sense of peace, and really starting to take action towards those things. On the back of the deck, we have Tender Embrace. So for some of you, this could have to do with a relationship, but I also see this as you really embracing where you're at right now in your life. And like, I'm kind of seeing this as like current you and past you, or a younger version of you, and like really thanking your past self for like doing what they had to do to get you to where you are now. And I also see this as like your younger self feeling like super proud and admirable towards you and being like, wow, you're so cool. Like, thank you for helping me to grow up into this version of myself that I always dreamed of being. Having a lot of compassion for yourself of like your journey thus far, and like not being so hard on yourself if you haven't reached all the goals that you've set for yourself, or you're not like, you know, hitting the milestones that you're at yet. I see that you're going to be a lot kinder to yourself, and you're going to start following through more on the intentions that you're setting. So for example, if you're like, yeah, you know, I really want to start exercising more, you're not just saying it, you're actually following through and being like, you know what, I told myself that I was going to exercise today, and even though I really don't want to, I'm gonna do it anyways. And that, again, that's just an example. So you can apply that to any kind of situation in your life, but I see you really being much more honest with yourself and like really doing your best to follow through on certain goals that you're setting or intentions that you have for yourself, because you're recognizing that like nobody's gonna do it for you. And if you know, you have a certain dream or goal or vision in your mind of how you want your life to look, the only person who, you know, can really do that for you is you. Okay. I also see you starting to incorporate more things that bring you joy into your day-to-day life, because I'm noticing this person on the relaxation card, they're like reading this book here. So maybe you've kind of like let some hobbies, you know, kind of get pushed to the back burner or something because you've been really focusing on work or like focusing on a certain area of your life. I really see you starting to be more committed to yourself and being like, you know what? When's the last time I read? Like, I'm gonna go buy a new book, or I'm gonna go pick up that book that I bought like 6 months ago that I never got the chance to read, and I'm gonna start doing a bit of reading every day. Or like, I'm gonna start, you know, going to the beach more. I'm gonna start baking more. I'm gonna start maybe a new hobby even, something that you've been interested in for a while but haven't really gotten around to pursuing. Let's see. Let's see what messages we get with the tarot. Spirit, what is coming next to my pile number ones, please? I'm feeling this like really big energy of just like a restart, a refresh. It's kind of like spring cleaning, summer cleaning kind of energy, where I feel like you're gonna have this burst of energy and motivation to just like start doing all the things that you know you need to do, that you have to do, and that you want to do, and just like feeling really motivated about this new routine or this like new thing that you've implemented into your life. I'm definitely seeing a new routine or something like this, or finding a routine that really works for you, something that you really love. And it's going to bring you a lot more energy. You're gonna have so much more energy, you guys. Okay, we have the King of Swords coming out. What else? What is coming next for my pile ones? What is coming towards my pile ones? Okay, wow. So we also have the King of Cups. We have the Knight of Cups. A lot of court cards. Let's get at least one more card here. This is coming towards my pile number ones. Yeah, and look at all this water. And I noticed that there's more dolphins in this King of Cups card. So some of you really could be going on a trip somewhere. Could be literally swimming with dolphins, or maybe dolphins are significant to you. Let's see. I got one more card. What is coming towards my pile number ones? Okay, we have 2 cards. Let's see. We have the Ace of Cups, beautiful. And we also have the Sun. Oh, I love that. Okay. On the back of the deck, we have the Star. Oh, I love that. Okay. So King of Swords, King of Cups, Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups, and the Sun. So the first message that I got with this King of Swords and King of Cups is that there's a really beautiful balance that's happening with your mind and your emotions, okay? Things are going to be coming into balance if you feel like you've been struggling with like negative thinking or a lot of fluctuating emotions, this healing chaos is really going to come in to help balance this out for you, and you're going to feel a lot more stable, because I feel like maybe you've been feeling kind of up and down for a while, which is interesting because it's like I feel like internally there's been a lot of turbulence, but in your external environment it may have been feeling really stagnant. So now it's like the energy is going to be flipping, where your external environment's going to be getting a shakeup, but your internal world is going to be balancing out. And I just want to reiterate, like, don't panic about when things are getting shaken up, because we do have this relaxation card. It's going to result in an overall sense of balance and harmony, okay? Another message that I'm getting here is that somebody has their eye on you and they want to make you an offer. Okay, this could have to do with a romantic interest if you're single. Even if you're in a relationship, like maybe your partner is going to be like extending an olive branch or making an offer to you, like to move in together or to take your relationship to the next level, maybe a proposal. But I see you guys taking this offer, whatever this is. This could even be like somebody wanting to be your friend, somebody offering like some kind of business or career opportunity to you. And I see you taking this offer, and I see it making you really, really happy. Whatever this is, it's something that you've been wanting with the star here. You've been dreaming about it. This has been like a really big thing for you. And I can like kind of hear you thinking like, well, how do I know that this is right for me? Like, I feel like maybe you're a little bit guarded or a little bit nervous. And Spirit is saying, like, you're being represented by this King of Swords, okay? Like, you have matured so much, you've grown up a lot, and you have so much wisdom from all the experiences that you've had in your life that you are fully capable of knowing and having the discernment of like, is this right for me or is it not? Like, you will know. You will know intuitively, you will know in your gut, and even logically, you will be able to figure out like if this is a good option for me, if this is a good choice for me. But I do feel like for the most part, like you guys are taking this offer. I want to know what this is. I want to see if we can get any more clarity on it. Yeah, like I'm seeing a kind of contract or something. So this could be like, yeah, like maybe getting married or a work contract or something like this. Spirit, can you clarify what this offer is? Yeah, we have justice. Yes, this is some kind of contract. Like a legal contract or something. Okay. Is there anything else you could tell us about what this offer is, Spirit? We have the King of Cups again and the Four of Swords. Interesting. Okay, so this person, whoever is going to be making this offer to you, I keep hearing like it's been on ice. So they've been holding back on making this offer. Like this person has been watching you, and I don't mean that in a creepy way. It's like they have been observing and like sussing out the situation, kind of seeing either how you handle certain things, how you've been growing, like what you're working on, how you've been glowing up and growing up. And it's like, I feel like they're taking a lot of mental notes, and it's like they're getting close to the point where they're going to reach out to make this offer, because it's like they've collected all the research or all the information that they've needed in order to come to like an educated decision about this. And I'm also hearing like a bit of advice that's coming through for you is that you can take your time when it comes to giving this person an answer. You won't need to respond or like give a firm yes or no to this offer right away. So you'll be able to take some time out to like think about it, which is really good because sometimes, we need to do that. Sometimes it's not good to just like make a super spontaneous change or a decision like that. So I want to see if there's any other advice. We have 3 of Wands. What is the advice for my pile ones? I'm hearing like this shakeup is just what you need. And it's like, I feel like you guys will kind of see this coming, like maybe now that you're aware of this, or if you've already kind of had this inkling that like, oh, I feel like my partner is going to propose, or oh, I feel like, my boss has been kind of testing me in ways, like maybe there's a promotion available or something like that. It's like, I feel like you guys will like kind of see this coming. It's like you're very astute. So what's the advice, please, for my pile number 1s with this situation? We also have the Hermit. Yeah. And we have the 5 of Pentacles. Okay. And we have the 10 of Swords reversed. And we have the Sun again on the back of the deck. And I split the deck and we have the Page of Wands. The advice is with the Hermit to take your time to think about what it is that you want to do. But the thing that I want to say about this is that like the Hermit is not the kind of card, like when we talk about thinking about things, this is not like overthinking like the 9 of Swords. This is like being really honest with yourself about how you feel and what you truly think about it. Like not putting so much pressure on yourself, not thinking about like, well, if I don't take this, like maybe I'll miss my chance. The advice here is to think about this offer from a place of love and light and objectivity rather than coming from a place of fear and lack like we see with this 5 of Pentacles and 10 of Swords reverse. I feel like this offer is really going to be an offer to give you something that you really feel like has been lacking in your life that would help you to walk away from or end like a difficult period in your life and to start something brand new, to start something fresh where you're feeling so much more aligned and like happy with how things are going. With this 3 of Wands, there's like a really strong message of go for it. Like you may feel a little hesitant or afraid because it's like a really big step outside your comfort zone. Maybe it's something you've never done before. So there's this like part of you that'll feel nervous, but there is encouragement to go for it because I do feel like it'll make you really, really happy. Despite any like, challenging aspects of this or any like nerves that you may have surrounding this, like I think you'll have a lot of fun and it'll be a really great adventure, especially because we did have that Page of Wands coming out. I want to grab like one last card and see, Spirit, if pile 1 goes for this offer, what will be the outcome of it? Like how will they feel? What will be the outcome? What can they expect to happen if they were to take this offer, please? We have the Tower, wow. And we have the 10 of Cups on the back of the deck. With the Tower, I feel like it'll create like really big changes in your life. Like I keep being taken back to relocating or moving or something like that. it'll really change your life. There's like, whatever this offer is, if you accept it, that area of your life will change significantly. So for example, like, if your partner proposes to you and then you guys start planning to get married, like your whole love life situation is going to completely transform. If this is a job opportunity that you're taking, your whole career life is going to be totally transformed. Let's see, is there anything else you could tell us about the outcome and what pile 1 can expect if they were to take this offer? Wow. And we have the 4 of Wands. Yeah, exactly. Definitely a move or something. But a lot of celebration and a very stable foundation, which is so interesting. It's like such a contrast to the Tower, because it's like, I was saying from the beginning that like there's this energy coming in that's really going to shake up your life, and it's going to rearrange these parts so that you feel so much more stable and secure. So I see a really positive, happy outcome for you. We have the Knight of Pentacles at the back of the deck, just really reiterating that there's going to be a lot of stability and security and abundance in your life if you were to take this offer. I also see you meeting a lot of new people. So if this comes with a relocation, or maybe you'll be like joining a new team, moving to a new neighborhood, it's like I'm seeing you be around different people and like really loving the environment that you're in. So pile 1, this is everything that I'm seeing for you. I really hope that this reading helped. Let me know down in the comments what you thought and how it resonated. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed watching. I love you so, so much. Thanks for letting me read for you today, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Hey there, pile 2. If you chose the Citrine Pyramid, this is going to be a reading. We're going to be finding out what is coming towards you next. So when I was tuning into your energy, I was being taken to the fire element, which is, oh my god, okay. Which is actually really interesting because in pile number 1, the element of water came through. So what I'm gonna do, we had like a lot of cards come out, but I'm feeling like the ones that are showing are your cards. So I'll take these and these will go back. So the cards that came through are success, love, pleasure, and potential. Oh my god. Okay, pile 2. Success, love, pleasure, and potential. On the back of the deck, we have power. Ooh, wow. Okay, this is really interesting. I'm getting so many messages coming through. I don't even know where to start. I'm feeling like there's this really strong and beautiful balance between your masculine and feminine energies. And this is part of what is bringing in the success for you. It's like I'm feeling like what's coming next is you'll be entering this period of your life where you feel really motivated, inspired, and empowered to just like go for it, whatever it is. Like this could be a career move. This could be, you know, pursuing love in some form, a romantic thing, or a personal goal that you've set for yourself, or like a bucket list type thing. It's like you're really just starting to recognize that you have so much potential and that you're so capable of achieving these like grand visions that you have for yourself. And it's kind of like, what am I waiting for? Like, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna start taking action. But it's not in this like distorted masculine energy where you're only focused on like working and doing and like, I constantly have to be productive. There's no time for rest. There's no time to stop. It's not like that at all. It's like, it's this kind of energy where you're also really in tune with your feminine energy. You're really going with the flow and like seeing where your inspirations take you. So it's like, yes, you'll make plans of like, okay, I know I have to like work on certain stuff. I know I need to take action towards certain things. But at the same time, you're leaving space for flow and you're leaving opportunity for spontaneity and for things to kind of change and pivot on the spot. So it's like, you know, okay, today I had plans to do this, but when I woke up this morning, I just, you know, the weather was so beautiful and I really just didn't want to sit inside doing work all day. So I decided to call my friend and like, we're going to go have a picnic and I'll do work after that. So it's like you're finding ways to incorporate having more fun and pleasure and also leisure into your life. And it's like, it's this beautiful, like positive feedback loop of like giving you even more inspiration and like more motivation to keep working on your goals and like working on the tasks that you need to do. So this is really, really beautiful energy. Some of you could be going on a trip as well with this like tropical rainforest thing and this pleasure card. This could be somewhere that you've always wanted to go, but maybe you've never had the chance of going to before. And I really feel like you're going to be discovering some new kind of love. It doesn't really feel like a person. It could be, but I'm seeing this more of like, it could be like a hobby or a place or a way of doing things, maybe like a certain routine, something new. There's this like element of discovery of like, even like a new food or like something. It's like, I just see this like there's this way that you used to do things and then you discover something new and you're like, oh my God, like this is so much better. Like I enjoy doing it this way so much more than like how I used to do it. And it's like, and then it's like, I see you also like wanting to get other people onto it and you're like telling everybody about it. Like, oh my God, you guys have to try this out. Like it's so fun or it's so cool or it's so amazing. Wow. Okay. Let's get some more cards. So we have Wish Upon a Star. Oh my God. Let's see what else we get. What's coming next for my pile twos? I feel like also what's coming next is this like period of your life where things are happening so much easier. And I feel like it's not even because things are necessarily themselves getting easier, but I think it has a lot to do with your attitude. And just this like feeling more empowered and inspired and motivated to do things makes things easier, because like when challenges or obstacles come up, it's like, and you're feeling empowered to get through them, you know, you're not easily defeated, you don't give up easily. And it's like, I think you're going to be more creative and more innovative about how to solve problems when they come up. And like doing this is also going to help you feel more confident. So again, it's this like really positive feedback loop where it's like these things just keep feeding into each other and you just like keep like moving up and up this spiral. We have a deep breath. Let's get one more card from this deck. I feel like some of you may be going on some kind of like health and wellness retreat. Whether it's like you're actually signing up to like go to that, like a specific place for that. Like, you know how a lot of people will go to Bali or something and like go on a yoga retreat or something like that. Like it could be something like that, or you could just be planning your own like spa weekend or like maybe some kind of trip where you're off grid, where you can unplug and disconnect or something like that. Or maybe like relocating or spending more time in a place that just feels a lot more calming and relaxing to you. So maybe something outside the city or something like that. So we have It Is What It Is coming out as well. And on the back of the deck, we have the Uncharted Sea. Yeah, you're definitely going to be doing something new or going somewhere new with this here. It is what it is. So something else that's coming next for you is this really big feeling of surrender and like letting go of control of what you can't control. With a deep breath and It Is What It Is, it's like I'm not going to stress myself out about things that I literally can't control. Like, what is the point? What's the point of worrying? What's the point of stressing myself out? What's the point of feeling so bad when I literally can't control what the outcome is going to be? And I see that's where this great sense of empowerment is coming from, is because you're shifting your focus onto what you can control and what you can do. And it's helping things to move along so much more easily. With this Wish Upon a Star, I feel like there's a really big goal, or maybe even multiple goals that you have for yourself, like things that you've always wanted to accomplish or achieve. And you're going to end up succeeding in those things because of the fact that you're starting to empower yourself more and start taking more action towards what you can control. It's like, maybe your dreams used to overwhelm you, so you didn't really know how to take action on them, but I see you now. It's like I can see you sitting down trying to come up with a plan on like, okay, actually, like, how can I accomplish this? And like, you're breaking things up into smaller and smaller pieces until it becomes manageable steps that you can actually take. And like, one step at a time, one action at a time, you're slowly chipping away and like climbing this ladder to success until you reach the summit, until you reach this potential where you're reaching your success and you're like reaching that milestone or that goal that you've set out for yourself. And I think the most beautiful part is that you're enjoying this whole process. It's like you're falling in love with the process of working towards your dreams and working towards your goals. You're not just like looking at the destination and being like, I'll be happy when I accomplish this. It's like you're learning, or you'll be learning how to be happy and find joy and like pleasure in the journey as well. It's kind of like when you go on a road trip. It's like, I feel like the best part about a road trip isn't even when you get to the place. It's like the whole journey of getting there, right? Like seeing all the cool scenery and like all the random pit stops that you make and like all of the unplanned things that happen in between. It's like those where all of the really cool stories and experiences come from. And I feel like this is what you're really going to be leaning into. There's some kind of doorway that's opening up for you, because we even had it in this pleasure card here. So I want to get the tarot and see what else we can pull from this. Oh, but I also want to say, if you do go to some kind of a retreat, or even if it's like you spend a day out in nature, you know, going off grid, taking a vacation, like whatever this is, I feel like you're going to get a lot of clarity and answers during that kind of trip. Okay, because there's something about being disconnected from your usual environment, or just being disconnected from like work, from your phone, from your responsibilities, where you can just like not be thinking about all of that and being in this very grounded state where you'll have a really great shift in your perspective and have this moment of realization of like, wow, you know, maybe my attitude hasn't really been serving me lately, or like like, wow, maybe it doesn't need to be as complicated as I've been making it. I see you having some kind of realization, and it's like you're gonna come back from this trip feeling like at 500%, feeling like super refreshed, recharged. You're gonna have this like fresh new attitude, fresh new perspective. You're gonna have all these ideas. You're gonna feel really empowered and excited to just like try this again, but try it in a new way. It's like maybe you've not done this before, or like done it in a certain way before, and you're gonna be really surprised with yourself. And you're going to stick it out this time. You're gonna stick through it this time. This isn't like, I don't know, you know, sometimes when we like try to shift our mindset and then it works for a little bit and then we fall back into like maybe more negative thinking or something like that. I don't see this happening this time. I see you like really like getting on the train and staying on it this time, and it just like, it's carrying you forward and you're carrying it forward, and like you'll start to see it working. You'll start to see like tangible results of this working, and it's just going to motivate you to keep moving forward in that way, if that makes sense. Oh wow, okay. So we have Temperance coming out. What else? What is coming next for my pile number 2s? We have the Nine of Cups, yeah. Literally, oh my gosh. Right on this Wish Upon a Card Star too. What else? What is coming next towards my pile number 2s? Okay, we also have the Empress. Let's grab, okay. And then we have the Devil, and I want to get one more card. One more card. What is coming next for my, okay. Oh, that's so many cards. Okay, we're gonna look at these cards that fell out, but I'm not gonna take them. And then we also had the Hermit reversed. Okay, on the back of the deck, we have the Moon. Yeah, okay. So these other cards that came out, we have the Five of Wands, Judgment, the Six of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. So the message with these cards here is that, yeah, there's, okay, this is some kind of like mindset or belief or something like this that you formed in your childhood or when you were younger or just a really long time ago that I feel like wasn't even really yours. It was just maybe something that was projected onto you or something that you learned from your environment. But there's going to be some kind of like release or, oh my God, okay, I get it now. With the Judgment card, it's this like phoenix rising through the ashes. And you remember at the very beginning how I said I saw the fire element coming through? Yes, okay, so there's like a huge transformation here in your mindset and how you think, how you perceive yourself, and also like how you perceive yourself in the world. And this shift in perspective is really what is going to just change everything for you. So I was also getting this message that Cancer season could be really significant for you. So I'm pretty sure that's end of June to end of July. So if you're seeing this around the time that it's uploaded, that could be a significant time frame for you. Otherwise, it could be a Cancer person who's significant, but I also keep seeing the number 7, so it's taking me to July. So something significant could be happening in July for you. But I really love this. Okay. Wow, you have pretty much all major arcana except for the Nine of Cups. Okay, so this is really major, and that's what I was feeling, especially with those additional cards that came out. And how I was saying, it was like this phoenix rising through the ashes, and your whole like perspective and mindset is going to be shifting, and it's just going to change everything, is being confirmed by the fact that we have so many major arcana here. So I actually love that we have the devil here, because I'm not picking up bad vibes from this at all. This is taking me directly back to this card of pleasure. Like, there's going to be so much enjoyment in this next era of your life, like so much fulfillment. And especially with the Empress being here, a lot of material abundance, material wealth. So if this is a certain career or a job thing, it's going to be really successful, and it's going to bring you a lot of financial success and independence as well. I'm also noticing we have a lot of 9s here. We have the 9 of Cups, we have the Hermit, and then we have the Moon, which reduces to a 9 because it's the number 18. So you're nearing the end of a cycle. You're getting really close to approaching the end of this. And like, do you see how we have this? There's another volcano at the back. It's like things are ready to blow, but in a really, really good way. Like, like this is such good vibes, you guys. It's like, I feel like you have so much inside of you that has been like waiting to come out, and it's like you guys are just going to be exploding. So this could be something going viral. Maybe something on social media, or if you publish something, or if you like, I don't know what kind of, you know, industry or what kind of work you do, but like something could be going viral or blowing up and like really just changing things. This could even be like an academic paper or like a scientific discovery, or like a new discovery. Like I'm seeing like an archaeologist or paleontologist or something like that. So take it how it resonates. But something else that's coming for you is, I just keep seeing this like really great sense of peace. Like when we look at this 9 of Cups, like she is just living her best life at the beach. She's like so calm and serene. And I feel like you're going to just like feel so in awe at yourself and at your life every single day when you wake up, and you're just gonna like create these little moments where you're just like, you stop to like smell the roses for a minute, to like take it all in and be like, wow, this is my life. Like I'm so in love with my life. I can't believe like how amazing things are. And I see you meeting a lot of new people with the Hermit being in reverse. It's like, I feel like you're not going to feel as alone anymore. I feel like you're going to connect with a lot of like-minded people. And also with Temperance coming through, I think this is important because we've been talking about pleasure and enjoyment a lot, but there's going to be balance with this. So it's not like you're going to, you know, just dive right into the pit of pleasure and like, you know, never come out of it. It's, you're going to find this balance of like really enjoying life, but also really being dedicated to your work or to your personal goals. So it's like, you know, maybe you're becoming more committed to an exercise plan and like being the healthiest that you've ever been, but that doesn't mean that like you're not gonna have chocolate cake on the weekend, or it doesn't mean that you're not gonna eat a donut at the bakery when you see it because it looks really good. It's like you're balancing this out, and it's like you're gonna find the balance that works best for you, and it's going to bring you a lot of, I'm hearing closure, which is an interesting word, but I feel like you're just going to find this right kind of balance that works for you, and it's just going to bring you like a lot of relief where you're not like feeling guilty about, oh, you know, I shouldn't be eating this because I haven't been, you know, working out, or I haven't been being that healthy. It's like you're going to enjoy when you enjoy, and you're going to be dedicated when you're dedicated, and this kind of balance that you have is really going to make you feel good. Even the balance between like working and playing and resting and like, you know, spending time by yourself and spending time socializing. It's like I see you just kind of like mastering this kind of balance in your life, or finding what works best for you. There's also a lot of hidden surprises here with the moon that you're not going to see coming. I want to grab any final advice that Spirit has for you. Spirit, what advice do my pile twos need when it comes to what is coming next in their life? What is the advice that pile two needs for this? Okay, we have the Five of Cups, Justice, Six of Wands. And we have the Page of Pentacles at the back of the deck. Interesting. Okay, so this isn't so much advice. This is kind of more of like an extra message or like a heads up. But what I'm getting here is that things are gonna, the scale is gonna tip from like one extreme to the other. And you may not be expecting that. Like there's something about feeling very alone, feeling maybe really disappointed with how things have been going, or, you know, maybe comparing yourself to other people and being like, well, they've reached all these milestones or they've achieved all these things. Like, I haven't done that yet. If you've been feeling like that, there's this message that it's going to completely flip and do a 180. And before you know it, like, you're going to be the one who's in the spotlight. You're going to be the one that people are like flocking towards. You're the one that people are going to be like, oh my God, pile two's doing all these amazing things. Like, I wish I could be like pile two. I wish my life was like pile two's. Now, of course, like, everyone may not know all the work that you've put in, all the struggles that you've had. They're only seeing what, you know, is being shown. They don't necessarily see all of the behind the scenes. But there's this message of like your life doing a complete 180 in a really, really positive way. And like, there's this message of you'll look back and be really grateful for your journey, even if right now your journey feels really difficult or lonely, or like if you're having a lot of struggles. There's some kind of like new endeavor or like a business, a project, like a hobby. There's something that you're doing or that you're going to start doing that's going to lead you to a lot of success. But I really want to see if there's advice for you, because that didn't really feel like advice. Spirit, is there advice for pile two, please, when it comes to this? I just saw the Star card peeking out. Ah! Oh my God. Okay. We have the Moon again. We have the Knight of Cups, the Tower. Wow. Okay, hold on. This is a lot. 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, Page of Wands, Page of Swords. Okay, there's this message of not to take everything at face value. Don't ever lose your curiosity or enthusiasm during this process. Like, it may get to the point where you have a team or you have people who take on certain tasks for you so that you can focus on like doing a specific thing. And while that's okay, there's still this element of like, don't ever lose that curiosity that you have. Stay encouraged to learn and explore new things. Don't ever feel like you are being pigeonholed. You don't need to be limited in any way. And there's also a message or an emphasis on this idea of balance that we've been talking about, to really make sure that you're consistently checking in with yourself to make sure that you're getting what you need. So it's like, you know, have I been having too much fun lately? Do I need to kind of scale it back a bit and focus more on my work? do I need to scale back on my work a bit and focus more on rest? Do I need to maybe socialize a bit more because I've been really isolated? Or do I need more time to myself because I've been socializing a lot? It's like really just checking in with yourself and how you're feeling, and like allowing yourself to just go where you need to be in order to feel your best. But I really do feel like there's going to be an amazing support system around you who are going to help you navigate these really big changes and opportunities that are coming your way. So pile 2, this is your reading. This is all I'm seeing for you. I really do hope that this helped in some way. Let me know down in the comments how this resonated. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed watching. Thanks so much for letting me read for you today. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Hey there, pile 3. If you chose the Lepidolite, this is your reading. We are going to be finding out what is coming next to you. So let's go ahead and get started with this first oracle deck. When I was tuning into your energy, I was being taken to the air element. And it's so funny because in each of the groups, an element came through. So I find that really interesting. Okay, so let's see what we have. We have security. And we also have healing chaos. Okay, let's grab one more card. What is coming next for my pile 3s? What is coming next for my pile 3s? Okay, we also have stillness coming out. And on the back of the deck, we have leadership. Okay. Security, healing, chaos, and stillness. Very interesting. Okay, I'm getting this message of there's going to be some changes that occur or some shifts that takes place that how do I word this? It's like it's going to be removing a false sense of security and replacing it with something that brings you actual security. Because they keep showing me the Tower card in my mind too, and this is all about illusions breaking down. And because we had the air element coming through, maybe there's a certain habit or a certain attitude or belief or something like this that has maybe been used as a coping mechanism or something like this, not necessarily though, to kind of keep you stuck in one place so that you don't have to make certain changes that you know that you would need to make in order to feel happier or more secure in your life. And so there's a certain healing or a certain shift that's going to be taking place where it really shakes things up, and it like, what is this? It'll be something that will require you to respond differently, to respond in a new way, to react in a new way. And in doing so, bit by bit, you are going to feel more secure and more stable, but in a genuine way. I want to pull some more cards because this is feeling kind of vague for me. Okay, I'm getting some more messages coming through. I feel like this has been something that has been happening slowly, but now we'll be approaching this point where it happens much faster. Because I also keep hearing that quote from John Green. I think it was in the book Looking for Alaska. The part that goes, I fell in love the way that you fall asleep, slowly and then all at once. And I'm seeing this dichotomy between the fire and the ice here. And kind of like the visual that I'm getting is this fire is taking place underneath this frozen lake. So it's slowly melting this ice. But then the rate at which the ice is melting is going to accelerate. And then much more quickly, it's like the swan is going to fall through, because then the ice will be thin enough and it won't be able to take the weight, and then the swan will fall through. But it's like then the swan is going to realize, even though at first that may seem like really scary or it may seem like a disaster, the swan is going to realize that like the ice was never really sustainable. The ice was never really truly secure, and the swan is going to realize that not only can it actually swim in these waters that it thought that it couldn't, but also that it can fly. Okay, so there's this like really big sense of liberation in that there's something that you feel like has been keeping you stuck or keeping you in place or keeping you trapped in a certain area, because maybe you think that there's no other options, or that this is just the way that things are, or that you can't do it, or you're not worthy of doing it. And it's like there's this healing or this shift that's going to take place where you're going to realize that actually that thing that you thought that made you secure was a false illusion, and you're going to be discovering what actually does make you secure. And you're going to be realizing that you have a lot more power than you think you do in this situation. So let's get a few more cards here. Some of you could be experiencing like dark night of the soul or something like that, or you've just been like going through a really rough time lately, because all of these cards, they're very dark. It's nighttime. Maybe you felt really confused or unclear about how to move forward, or how to resolve something, how to change something. Wow, look at this. I love this. What I was going to say is that the sun is going to be rising. You're not going to be stuck in the dark forever. And then we have this card with a higher view coming out. Exactly. You're going to be gaining a clearer perspective, a higher perspective on your situation. And you're going to be realized like, hey, I'm actually not stuck in the ice. I can fly away, or I can swim too. Like, I don't just have to stay stuck here. We also have the Oracle's gift coming through. Yeah, I feel like the universe has been sending you signs about this. Let's see what else we get. Okay. So we have Roots of Abundance coming out, as well as the Royal You. Wow, I love that. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense, actually. On the back of the deck, we have Body and Soul. Okay. Where this shift and this healing is taking place is in your root chakra. We have security, and we have this Roots of Abundance card. And also with this card, the Royal You, like your root and your solar plexus are going to go through a really big purging and healing. There's going to be a lot of fears or insecurities that come up. And the reason that they come up is so that we can release them. And we release them by feeling it, by acknowledging them, And by letting those emotions just flow, there's no need to cling on to them when they come up. There's no need to resist it, even though it's difficult. If you just let it pass, this is how we release. Okay? And it's because of these imbalances or maybe blockages in the root and the solar plexus chakra that have been causing you to feel really stuck or disempowered when it comes to a certain area of your life. I don't like to read about health issues, but if the message comes up, I'll relay it. So there could be like certain health issues that maybe you've been struggling with that are coming as a result of like certain imbalances or blockages in your root or your solar plexus chakras. And because I also had that message coming through at the very beginning about the air element, this has to do with our state of mind. This has to do with the way that we talk to ourselves, the way that the things that we believe in, the narrative that we give to ourselves. And actually, the brain is directly correlated to our gut health and vice versa. So for example, like if you struggle with negative thinking, you may notice that you also have stomach problems sometimes. And this is actually like scientific. You can Google it. And learn more about it, but that's like something that's really coming through here, and vice versa. So like our gut health also heavily impacts our mental state and our state of mind. So there's something there, okay? There's something there. But what I'm seeing is that there's going to be some kind of download or information that comes through, or you're going to be learning or seeing things from a different perspective. And this shift, this new perspective, this different way of looking at things is going to slowly empower you to make the changes that you know you need to make in order to get to the place that it is that you want to go. And it's interesting because I was talking about this idea of like a false sense of security, and then we also have roots of abundance coming up. So it's almost like I'm seeing this plant. Okay, it's this like really big plant that's in a small pot, and it's just like not doing well. It's not thriving, you know, it's kind of droopy, and like it's just not, she's not doing great. And you know that quote where it's like it goes something like, if a flower isn't blooming, it's not that there's something wrong with the flower, it's the environment that it's in, or something like that. I don't know, I'll put it on the screen if I can find it. But basically what I'm seeing is that you are this plant, and this healing chaos card is the universe that's going to come and it's going to pull you out of this pot, okay? And at first you may be like, oh my God, what is happening? Like, I just lost this pot, I just lost my sense of security, I just lost this, you know, like little home that I was in. But the reason that you're pulled out of this pot is because this pot wasn't serving you anymore. You've outgrown this pot, okay? This pot is not allowing you to thrive anymore, and the universe has pulled you out of it so that you can be rerouted into a new environment that is more conducive to your growth, okay? So you're being put into this new, maybe it's a bigger pot, maybe you're being planted in the ground. Either way, this new space will allow you to grow. It's big enough to hold your space. It's big enough to give this plant the nutrients that it needs and the space that it needs to be healthy and to grow again, okay? So whatever you've been confused about or unclear about, or something has been muddled, okay, which to me is being represented by this ice, it's like that is thawing, and you're going to gain so much more clarity about something. Like something's gonna click and you're going to be realizing like, oh, okay, you know what, like this thing that I'm doing really just isn't, it's just not it. Like it's not helping me, it's not serving me. It's actually kind of making things worse. And maybe I'm just going to try doing things in a new way. Maybe I'm going to try, you know, incorporating some positive affirmations into my day. Maybe I'm going to start, you know, being a little kinder to myself. Maybe I'm going to start prioritizing my mental health or my emotional health or my physical health a bit more. And doing these baby steps over time are going to accumulate and cause some really great change in your life, like really positive change. We can't expect ourselves to just completely shift from one state of being to another. Things take time, especially when it comes to the physical. That's why it's important to take little steps that you can manage and to be consistent and to not give up, because it does take time to build habits, and it's really difficult to unlearn habits as well. Like, for example, if this is about a negative frame of mind that we have, you know, you may have had that for like 20 years or 40 years or 60 years or something. You're not going to just change that overnight. It takes some time, but that's not meant to discourage you. Okay? Little steps still count as progress, and each step you take is leading you to where it is that you actually want to be. Okay, so let's get some tarot cards. We have the Two of Cups. That's beautiful. So what is coming next for my pile number 3? Oh my god. Are we taking all these? Okay. So we have the High Priestess. We have the Ace of Swords reversed, the Five of Wands reversed, the Ace of Pentacles reversed, the Three of Swords reversed, and also the Four of Wands in reverse. Okay. On the back of the deck, we have the Hermit. Okay. Okay, so this Four of Wands in reverse it's so interesting how like how the cards keep confirming the message of like there's this message of being rerouted and of creating and building a stronger foundation for yourself by doing this healing work, which we can see with the Three of Swords in reverse and with the Five of Wands in reverse. It's like letting go of this pain, letting go of this conflict, of this confusion, of these things that have been burdening you is really going to help shift your whole life. With the Hermit, there's like really a need to, oh look, and we have the Sun underneath. Yeah, so this could be related to inner child healing, but there's a need for some time alone where you can really like reflect on this stuff. This could even be about like maybe working with like a counselor or a therapist or something like that, like if you need help to work through certain issues. But there is a need to like to look at maybe what we've been ignoring or like actively like turning away from, because it's holding on to these things that are causing you more pain. And so with this Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it's like I can see that you've planted some seeds. Like there's certain maybe goals or intentions that you have for yourself of like things that you want to do, and maybe you're confused as to like, why is this not really taking off? Why is it not growing? And I'm going to go back to this idea of the plant that we were talking about. And it's like, it's not that there's anything wrong with the goals or the intentions. It's just that the environment isn't right for it yet. So let's take care of the environment and then the seeds will grow. So with the Two of Cups and the High Priestess, this is definitely talking about like very deep subconscious things, maybe things that we've kind of shoved away because we didn't want to deal with them. Again, this could have something to do with childhood with the Sun card being here. It doesn't have to be though. And with the Ace of Swords in reverse, it's like we've turned a blind eye to it. And it's causing a lot of confusion, causing a lot of like muddiness. Like maybe we can't see things clear. Maybe it's hard for us to pick up on these signs from the universe, or it's hard for us to gain this higher perspective because there's just a lot going on, and it's kind of just like running on a treadmill of like trying to get away from things. But this Two of Cups is talking about balance and harmony within yourself, of like, it's like coming face to face with maybe those parts of us that we've been ignoring, and like finally acknowledging them and being like, I see you, I hear you. And you know, and really just finding forgiveness for yourself, and like being compassionate and kind to yourself. Because of course, like, it's hard to deal with things. Like, we don't always want to do that. It doesn't feel good. And sometimes, you know, you'd rather just like not, you'd rather just ignore it. And it's nothing to, you know, feel guilty or shame around. Like, everybody does that. But, you know, there's a really great opportunity for healing here. There's also this message of like really surrendering to this, and like knowing that you don't have to do everything alone, that there's people who want to support you, the universe is supporting you, and it's like you can surrender these, you know, these burdens or just whatever it is that you're going through to the universe or to your angels, your spiritual team, whatever it is. Because you don't have to carry this all on your own. You don't have to do this all on your own. But what I see coming up next for you is this really amazing opportunity to let something go, to release something once and for all, so that you can come back into balance with yourself, so that you can be replanted and find true stability, find true security, and feel like your feet are on solid ground again, feeling like your emotions and your mental state are more balanced and harmonious, and like working with you, not working against you. So I want to see if there's advice for you from Spirit in regards to this. What advice is there? With this Hermit card, things like journaling are coming to mind, or channeling through art, for example. Okay, let's see. So we have the Four of Cups, and we have Judgment. Yeah, there's definitely some things that we've been avoiding, and that's okay. There's no need to judge yourself harshly for that. Even with the Seven of Swords, avoidance, we all do it. It's okay. There's no need to be hard on yourself about that. But it's by confronting these things that we've been avoiding where you really take your power back, and you take back control of your life, and you like start to show up for yourself more. Okay. So we also have the Ten of Wands. We have the Ten of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, 10, 10, 10. And then we even have Judgment with 2 10s here. Okay, wow, we have Death, and then we have the Ace of Swords upright this time. And on the back of the deck, we have the Devil. Yeah, there's definitely some fears or insecurities or things that we feel chained to, that we feel attached to, that maybe have been holding us back. And it's really been weighing heavily with this Ten of Wands. But okay, the fact that we have all of these 10s here, we have Death, and then we have an Ace that is upright, really indicates that this chapter wants to be ended. This cycle wants to be ended. And it's going to. With the Wheel of Fortune and Death, it's kind of like this cycle is going to end anyways. And this will be something that's outside of your control. And so it's not meant to scare you, but it's just kind of like, I feel like life or the universe has given you opportunities to do it on your own accord, but maybe we haven't really taken those opportunities. So now it's kind of like, it's going to happen. It's like this healing is going to happen. And there's a great sense of victory and success with the Ace of Swords and the Ten of Cups. It's like, I feel like there's going to be such relief. There's going to be such a burden lifted, such a heaviness lifted, and so much relief and gratitude for yourself for like being able to do this and like get through this. And like I said before, there's such a support system around you of like people who really do want to help you, who are encouraging you, who love you. And I feel like maybe you'll be more aware of that as this kind of muddiness clears up, like we've been talking about, because it's really hard when we try to push things out. We push out the things that we, definitely don't want, but we also sometimes push out things that we do want, like maybe support system or different things like that. And so I feel like you'll be much more aware of the positive things in your life. And these shifts are just, there's going to be so much clarity. Things are going to be so clear. It's like, when you have a cold and you can't breathe through your nose, or if you have like some kind of like chest infection and you're like really phlegmy and coughy and stuff, and it's just really hard to breathe. And while you're sick, all you can think about is how you took for granted all of the times where you could breathe through your nose. You know what I'm talking about? And then that feeling, once you've like finally recovered and you can finally breathe through your nose again, how it's just like the best feeling in the world. And you're like, I am never going to take for granted the fact that I can breathe through my nose clearly and like not be all stuffed up and not be all congested. That's kind of what I'm getting with this. It's like finally dealing with this is going to just, it just feels clean. It feels clear. It feels like opening the windows after a long winter. And like this huge sense of relief. I also want to see, is there any specific practical advice for pile number 3 when it comes to this? What is the practical, specific advice, tangible steps, tangible advice that pile 3 can take at this time to really help with this? So we have the 3 of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords. Okay. We also have 10 of Pentacles and the Star. Okay. King of Pentacles on the back of the deck. So, wow, this is kind of funny how we're coming full circle with this. But like this 10 of Pentacles and King of Pentacles, this is like true security. Okay. Which is literally what we started with. This is being on solid ground. Okay. So there could be something about the immediate environment here. Maybe there's something about our immediate environment that we're needing to address. This could be about a work situation. This could be about a family situation with the 3 and the 10 of Pentacles here. But there's emphasis on healing and balance with the Star. So this could be about a certain connection with someone. Maybe it's not even about another person. Maybe this is just something internal. But either way, something about the environment or some kind of connection, a work situation. I'm also picking up feelings of like unworthiness. Maybe like identifying what those things are and trying to get to the core of like why do I even feel that way? Like where does that even come from? why is this my, like, why do I react to think or feel this way when like certain things come up? It's about gaining more clarity and understanding of like why we do the things that we do, so that we can shift those things, right? Because we can't really shift it if we don't know what we're shifting, right? And also with the star I'm picking up, because this is connected to Aquarius and the 11th house, and this has to do with friendships as well. So there's definitely an emphasis on like connecting with the right people and connecting with people who like really know you, who really get you and like support you, and really leaning into that. So pile 3, this is everything that I'm seeing for you. I really do hope that this helped. Please let me know down in the comments how this resonated for you. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for letting me read for you today. I love you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!